Hey everyone, Tony D with your Hollywoke hot take. Deadline. Nervous NFL, NASCAR, Hollywood studios, and unions push for pandemic risk insurance from Congress. Yeah, because the billions of dollars the NFL and NASCAR Hollywood studios make, they can't put up their own money. Boy, that would be insane. Taxpayers should pay for the nervous NFL, NASCAR, and Hollywood studios, right? I mean, it's only fair. I mean, what they charge for season tickets at a football game or a NASCAR, or what they charge for a movie and the popcorn, they're hardly breaking even, only making billions of dollars. Let's read a little bit of this ridiculous article. As Hollywood and Major League Sports restarting looks to be stymied by soaring beer virus cases, some of the biggest players in the arena want Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi to change the rules of the game in their favor. Well, of course, these poor babies only make billions of dollars. Whether it be professional and collegiate sporting events, the next must-see film, a binge-worthy TV series, or a marquee Broadway production, we cannot envision any long-term recovery of these American experiences without some form of business interruption insurance that mitigates the risk associated with producing these popular events and programs in the beer virus now facing the country, declared a letter sent today from the likes of the NFL, NASCAR, the MPA, the DGA, the IASTE, the SAG-AFTRA, and the PGA to the Senate Majority Leader and the House Speaker and their respective teams. Don't you just love when millionaires and billionaires reach out to Congress and say, we might lose some of our precious, precious money. Please make sure we don't. In short, the ability of American businesses like ours to secure pandemic risk insurance will be a key factor to America's economic recovery, the July 1st dated two-page correspondence that Deadline has obtained adds. We stand ready to work with all parties on both sides of Capitol to ensure the U.S. economy can restart effectively and prepare for the future pandemic-related disruptions, the industry dream team note states. Well, if you don't have to worry about the risk because you have all this wonderful insurance, what do you care? There could be 10 pandemics, but if you got plenty of insurance, courtesy of the U.S. taxpayer, well, you'll still make your millions and millions of dollars. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that nice? Why don't you just open California? Oh, I'm sorry. Gavin Newsom is too busy closing indoor dining and movie theaters and closing it all back up because there was a slight rise in beer virus cases. Oh no. Oh no. Science works like this. People who get the virus, most people who get the virus, get over it and they become immune and resistant to it. And that resistance is the cure, the herd immunity, which we're going to hear an awful lot about after the re-election of Donald Trump. Because somehow it's a big thing now, and it's all about people losing their money and they're complaining to Congress. After Trump is reelected, when it doesn't matter, I have a strange feeling all the beer virus stuff is going to disappear. It's going to be like, well, we have to get on with our lives, right? You got to stay home unless you're protesting with BLM, and then you're immune somehow. Why don't we just say everybody's protesting for BLM and just go back to our lives? How about that? Would that work? Sounds like it would. Simply put, as reopening schemes are faltering in many red states as well as California, the political risk associated with indemnifying special interests like the well-heeled sports leagues and Tinseltown doesn't poll well with the GOP voters who have already been TKO'd by the lockdowns, closures, and economic free fall of the health crisis. Yeah, I guess so, because those people don't get insurance. Those people don't get their businesses bailed out. Their businesses in some states, like New Jersey, are still locked down because of bureaucratic idiocy. Those people are struggling. The restaurants here, who were about to open at 25% capacity, had to change their plans suddenly when King Phil Murphy changed his tune. And now they got a bunch of food in their pantries that's probably going to go to waste. Now they're screwed. Now they told their employees to come back, and they're screwed. They got to stay off for another 20 weeks. 20 weeks being the extension here in New Jersey. I don't know about other states. Are we going to do this for the next 10 years while the economy completely implodes? Somehow, I imagine the media would have a different tune if Biden is elected. Biden's elected, well, we have to go on with our lives. It's funny how in the state of New Jersey, in the malls, the anchor stores can open because they have outside entrances. But the little stores inside the mall can't open, even though the mall's at limited capacity, and it's a freaking mall. It's gigantic. There's a lot of space. There's plenty of space to social distance. And some of these stores barely get 2 customers in at a time on a weekday. Have you been to the mall recently? Anyhow, this is more nonsense. I think you got a lot of balls, Hollywood, asking for a handout, but it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. Why don't you spend some of the billions of dollars you already have and make good movies and TV shows? Ones that people will like. And social distance and have everybody wash their hands on set. I mean, it's not that hard to shoot something and keep people mostly social distancing. The actors will probably have to get close to one another, but they could quarantine for 14 days. And then you could shoot for 3 months, and then they can go back to their lives, right? I mean, that's practically what they do anyway when they're on the set somewhere. What's the difference? I think you can make this work with your billions of dollars. I'm sure you can make it work. You might have to sacrifice a little bit of your profit. Sorry, but I don't think the taxpayer should be bailing out Disney or Universal or any other major studio. I don't think the American public should be bailing out the NFL and NASCAR. All right? If NASCAR is so worried, they're too worried about racial incidents in the garage. You didn't have any problem spending money when Bubba Wallace thought he saw a noose. Spend some money on more masks and, get yourself a UV thing that'll clean the air or whatever. Put a big giant dome all over your stadiums or whatever. I don't know, but don't come begging to the U.S. taxpayer. Nobody is going to have any money in a couple of months. 15% unemployment in New Jersey because all the restaurants are closed. Okay, so nobody's going to bail you out, Hollywood. So start spending money wisely for a change, and maybe just consider making good movies and TV shows so you can make money. Maybe if you weren't going oh so woke, maybe if you weren't busy ruining The Simpsons and Family Guy and every cartoon on the planet, you'd be making enough money that it wouldn't matter. But you just keep going woke, Hollywoke, because it's get woke and go broke. And that's what I think you're doing.